So I'm just going to go ahead and blanket siege you. Although I see you guys there. Where are you guys moving to? You're going north. That's fine. We're just going to go ahead and blanket siege you here. We'll keep an eye on you whether you're moving in to intercept me or not. There's their fort. Okay, so they did have one. Trust your neighbour. Although citizens are encouraged to show trust and good faith in the exchanges, the reality is in many nations that's a risk people cannot afford to take. This, however, is not the case in the Mamluks. We have successfully stamped out corruption in so many levels in society that people not only trust officials to do their jobs without extra help of a bribe, but that they trust each other more in general exchange. State maintenance reduction? Cool. Because state maintenance is probably fairly high. Not a huge problem, though. Oh, and I have a superior unit type. Artillery, probably. Okay, so. We are in the Middle East, which means that cavalry is probably going to be a problem. So we could probably do with shock resistance, which culverins give us. Or morale resistance. Morale hasn't been that big of an issue, so I'm going to go culverin. Usually I would go Pediro for that extra morale protection, but we don't need it. Alright, you guys are all heading north. We're about to take that fort, and when we do, I can send that army north. Probably. Although my drill, I think, will have run out by now. Oh no, still got a bit. Not a huge amount, though. And how... Wow, we're 27,000 men short. The Ottomans are just going to be looking at that going... Really? Okay, we can get a new... Whoa, no, not that one. That one. A new scholar. So we have the opportunity of going admin tech cost minus 5%. Considering we've just taken a new admin idea group, that could be useful. Aggressive expansion impact, which honestly has not been a problem, or development. I probably need all admin, or I need all Monarch points at the moment, so I'm going to take the admin tech cost reduction. Thank you very much. Oh, that was a minus 42. I thought that was a plus 42. Alright, so it's going to be a while before we take these forts. I also need to keep an eye on you to make sure you don't just take that under my nose. Although it kind of looks like you might well try. Are we seriously not in a position to piece some of these guys out? Dawashir? Like, we're not going to get their capital. We can't get to it. Alright, you guys are taking forever to do that, so we're going to send you north. And if you happen to run into them on the way, then... oh well. And we can definitely afford to build another building, another workshop, which is a plus 14, or mosques, which are 0.6, so we'll go for the 16s. And now I can do a cultural interaction, so we can get a bunch of money and build a whole load of other things. And then also the power cost reduction, which I'm not going to use until we are ready to tech up or use ideas and that type of thing. Because you do get a bit of leeway, but we are definitely taking the money, because we have quite a few Syrians in power right now. Lovely. And with that, I'm going to build a load of mosques. So we're back at the 0.10 minimum, which I kind of arbitrarily set myself. Marketplaces. Oh yeah, we have 2 very good marketplaces. And that's just spent a way more money than I'd actually meant to, but never mind. I think we can foot the bill. Go, 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 go before they take all of this. Good. I think we're going to arrive in time. Let's do a quick shift consolidate. And they just pieced out. Just before I could get to them. Damn it! Hormuz will cede Qatar to Dawashir. Hormuz will cede Masira to the Mamluks. Yemen will cede Dawashir to Dawashir. Mahara will cede Worcester to the Mamluks. Hormuz will annul all treaties with Yemen. Hormuz will pay 8 ducats. Mamluks get 6. Considering how expensive that war was, that was rather poor. And you've given me land as far away as you possibly could. Dawashir, you bastards. Right, how close to vassalization? Yeah, we're miles away again now. Mostly because the economic base has changed. That's because they gain land. Alright, send the armies home. And recover. Once again. Oh wait, what was our raw exhaustion right now? It's fairly high. It's not like dangerous, but it's pretty high. And yes, I'm going to drop my maintenance down. We don't really have any reinforcements to do anything. Karakanulu has golden aged. I probably should have done that last stage because, like I said, I'm not going to get any of these Reformation ones at all. Hungary, who are you fighting? You're just fighting rebels. You're just fighting rebels. I could do with improving relations with you. Apparently I stopped doing that. And Dawashir, I could spend some of those favours I just gained to improve trust. Which is now maxed out. And my positive is up to 50. Yeah, I just need to get the economic base reduced. Or increased for myself. Ooh, more economic bounties. Bearing in mind that I do have rather a lot of buildings under construction right now. Ooh, I could get farms. Which would definitely increase the amount of money I'm making, although not to the same level that these would. When do I get the next level of production or tax? Textile. Where's building? Here we go. No, that's development efficiency. Buildings! We don't get any of them until level 19. That's quite a long time away. Trade stations at 14. That's not as far. Yeah, they're all quite a ways. We could increase the land force limits. Courthouse state maintenance reduction. Which, considering how much that was penalising me earlier, having the state maintenance reduction might actually be fairly useful. Or I could just spend the money on building more troops. That also seems like a legit use of money, although I'm currently way over my force limit. Well, by 5. That's more like a guideline anyway. It's fine. It's fine. Just wait until our armies get back again, then I can separate out the cavalry and start training them once more. I can get a new idea. That's a military idea. We have just gone up in military ideas, so that seems entirely legit. Make it happen. Got another diplomat, not that we really need them. Right, U-31 can stay here in Cairo in order to terrain. That would be you guys. You need a general. That guy. Being the shock guy. And then you lot are just on 0 maintenance. Yeah, that's fine. Under Islamic law, non-Muslims faced a number of restrictions on the construction of new buildings in urban centres. The houses were not to be taller than those of the Muslims. They were not permitted to construct new centres of worship. We've seen that one before. We want legalism. I don't really care about the dhimmi because I haven't been using them whatsoever. I'm really annoyed you gave me literally the furthest away possible. I'm going to increase your autonomy so that you don't try and rise up and be really annoying. And yeah, I guess we can just keep on building these buildings and continue to try and make money out of it. Playing the courts. While the Sufi school is the officially sanctioned school of the Sultanate, there are many other courts in Cadiz. We want the legalism one again. Patriarch of Cairo. The Coptic religion has long had a presence in Cairo. Some of the Patriarch's followers abroad have even claimed that we're keeping Copts captive in our lands. Perhaps they need a reminder of the situation. So we can send messages reminding my neighbours of my tolerant regime. Let's remind them who's in control of the Pope. Or we shouldn't get involved. I'm taking the prestige because I'm really not bothered if Ethiopia tries to go toward me. The Copts respond. The Ethiopians are insulted by our thinly veiled threat against the Patriarch in Cairo. The response from the rulers contains a belligerent warning of touching the heir of a single Copt. Yeah, we expected as much. I don't really care. It's fine. Meanwhile, Jazan has converted. Right, so any of you guys willing to vassalize, like, anytime soon? Yes. Hadramut is. Oman? No, quite a long way away. Hormuz? No. Hassa? No. I mean, who's that? That's Mara as well. Rosangli? Not really. Actually, Adol's not as far out as I thought. I mean, we know that vassaling positive is kind of maxed out at 50%, which is what we have with Dawashir. I think it really is just you that we just need to keep on, like, doubling down on. And I think I'm going to get a spy network going with the Ottomans just to have a permanent presence over there. And I'm kind of tempted to do it with Karakanulu as well. On the 2nd of October with the Ottomans, I'm going to double check to see what would be required to stop Muscovy declaring war. Yeah, there is nothing now saying that they won't, so we will definitely have to deal with Muscovy if we go to fight you, and I don't want to. Iberian Wedding, they have bound their thing together, so Aragon is basically no longer a threat anymore thanks to Castile's meddling. Except then Castile immediately goes and rivals me. What was I just saying? What did I literally just say? Damn it! We could have been friends. You're even friendly towards me. Because having Castile as an ally here would allow me to use the Castellan navy to go and fight the Ottomans. Ah! Alright, I have a lot of money. That's all I wanted to say. I'm just rich. Yeah, farm estates don't really seem particularly worthwhile. I would rather wait for some of the other ones to become available, which will be weapons manufactories is for iron, which is actually not really far away. Textiles, we definitely have textile manufacturers because that's for cotton, I think. No, that's for cloth and wool. I think cotton is a plantation. I'm going to double check that because I'm not sure. Give me the building list. Plantation is coffee, cotton, sugar, tobacco, tea or cocoa. And the textile manufactory is wool, cloth, silk or dyes. Ah, okay. The mill is paper, gems, tropical wood, glass or chinaware. Those won't be available for a while, I suspect. Oh, Florian24, thank you very much for the follow. For some reason, no notification came up for that. That's strange. And Lease of US Serbia, thank you very much for the follow. Oh, so while units are drilling, they will actually reinforce, because we seem to be getting, yeah, cavalry back again, definitely. Interesting. Interesting. Oh no. The Ottomans were discovered doing a spy network. How could you? I'm actually going to put a guy counter-espionaging them. Like, I have diplomats to burn right now. I have 4 of them. I'm used to playing games where I have, like, 2. The Takiya. For centuries, many of the followers of Ali have considered it necessary to hide themselves and feign adherence to other religious customs in order to keep their faith alive. Authorities in Fayum have increasingly come to suspect there is an increasing number of Shias among the local Sufi lodges, and would like our blessing in their attempts to root them out. So we cannot tolerate heretics, which loses us some prestige but gains legalism. We get unrest. We get... Oh no, it's local missionary strength. Or mysticism, and Fayum turns to Shia. No, we're not tolerating heretics. The other thing that we could also do, actually, is start building up a fleet. I have a surprisingly large number of ships, considering I never use them. Right, most of them are transports, and virtually all of them are stuck down here. I really want to get round the Horn of bloody Africa so I can bring my navies into play. Ah! Alright, what level ships are we at? Alright, next level we get caravels, which is the first level where light ships kind of become useful. They're not amazing until light frigates. But this is when you can start really building them. With barks, it's not really worthwhile. They don't earn enough. Not enough trade power for their cost. So speaking of which, I can now go up in Diplotech, which would also allow me to build carracks. Although in this era, galleys would still rule supreme. Except for the fact, and I need to really reinforce this fact, I am rich. So I could build carracks and rule the Mediterranean, because 10 carracks versus 10 galleys, the carracks are going to win every time. It's roughly 4 galleys to kill one heavy, I worked out. From anecdotal evidence, that's of course going to be modified based on whether they have galley combat abilities. Like as the knights, you can make it down to like 2 to kill a heavy. But the knights have a lot of galley modifiers. So does Venice, so does Genoa. So does Aragon. I think Naples might. Can't remember if the Ottomans do. Do the Ottomans have a naval modifier? Nope, not yet anyway. I could become Defender of Sunni Faith, which would give me an additional missionary, which I don't need. I need missionary strength, I don't need missionaries. Yeah, we are 0.1 short on each of them, so we should go mysticism and then we can convert all of the things. This would allow me to study technology. Well, we need to catch up. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I need to spend Diplo on right now. And I'm going to say probably not. So, we'll do it. Who are your allies? Jilan, Mazdaran. And Okanulu, we are still allied, yes. How close would you be to vassalization? Difficult, but not impossible. And you're saying I need another rival, which is probably going to be Castile. All things considered. Although we could go for Karakanulu once again, but they haven't rivaled me. We're actually okay. So okay, we'll go for Castile. And how's Hungary feeling about life? Hungary is doing well. Tunis is fine. How are the minions? Minions as well. Basra could do with a little reminder as to who the boss is. It's me. I'm the boss. That'll do. Noble families feud. Violence amongst leading families within states was never far from the surface. Often this instability would boil over into open conflict. The result was less than a full-blown civil war, but could immensely disturb the stability of the state. So we can side with one side and we kill a bunch. Yeah, we'll do that. In Benghazi. So, let's go ahead and wake you guys up then, I guess. And also you can get... Oh no, you have no reinforcements to get. Right, where's Benghazi? I know it's here somewhere. I thought. Libya, of course it is. I knew it sounded familiar. I was thinking it was from the Syrian civil war, but apparently it was from the Libyan one. And I was pretty sure it wasn't Afghanistan. I was thinking, no, it can't be. I'm not in Afghanistan. I can renew oh, good grief, influence! I don't know why I was struggling to say influence so hard, but apparently I was. And side with one family. I'm going to wait. No, I'm going to do it. They should be more than strong enough to deal with them, although I forgot to give you a leader. My bad. I also forgot to consolidate you. My serious bad. However, victory is ours. Huzzah. I could be building more force limit buildings. How much are they? They're 170. Shipyards are only 85? Huh. I mean, naval force limit would also be really good, because it would allow me to just mass produce galleys. Hey, Nike. You can vassalize Fazan. No, I can't. I need to wait 10 years between vassalizations, otherwise you don't vassalize them. It just sits there on 0%. Because of one of these modifiers. Where are you? That one. Diplomatic reputation. Diplomatic reputation basically is the amount of diplo points that you will spend on annexing. And that base is 3 points. And if you have the annexed subjects, that is a -3, which makes 0. So no, that wouldn't work. Ooh, I could get manpower. 15,000 manpower. I don't see any reason to let this just build up. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that free manpower. Oh, lovely. And then because I'm on full maintenance, we will immediately start mass reinforcing. Which will make me feel a lot better about having huge standing armies and being adjacent to the Ottomans. My standing army is stronger than the Ottomans, but I have less manpower. Also, the Ottoman Navy, how strong is that? Because this is really what's going to start making me think about whether I want to try and rival you at sea. It's doable. It is totally doable. Even with these guys stuck down here. You know what? I'm going to start building some shipyards, because I'm going to be getting light ships eventually anyway. Because trade is going to be a big issue. So let's go ahead and just build some ships here. That'll do. Shipyards, rather. 5 of them. Cool. And someone in one of the multiplayer games was saying, no, you shouldn't be building shipyards, they're terrible. On what planet are you living on? Shipyards are one of the most useful buildings in the game. Because you get +2 number of ships, +2 force limit, which is then modified further by your force limit modifiers. That's a lot of ships. That's a lot of extra light ships that you can be putting out to work. Right, admin is ready again. We are not trying to save up at the moment, so I see no reason not to grab the religious unity. Which is going to resolve my 4% deficit that I'm currently suffering. But it does lead towards the -2 unrest national. Quite nice. So yeah, we'll go ahead and spend on that. Oh, I could have used the -5 power cost. Never mind. And then next turn, or next idea, which is not going to be far off, I get 10% more production. Growth of business in Satin. Our efforts to maximize trading profits in the area of Aleppo has borne fruit in the province of Halab. Entrepreneurs have managed to greatly increase the output of satin and found new markets in our capital for the processed goods. Cool. Right, Hungary is happy. Is there anything I can do against the Ottomans to annoy them? Other than fabricating claims, I was kind of hoping that we would be able to do some shenanigans, but not yet. Where is steel technology? Right, steel technology is just something that happens if you have spy networks, I think. But we must be ahead of them. 10, 10, 10. 10, 9, 10. No, they're ahead of me. Ooh, and next level we get the new galleys. So the war galleys we probably should build. Although citizens are encouraged to show trust and good faith in their exchanges, the reality in many nations is that it's a risk people cannot afford to take. This, however, is not the case in the Mamluks. We are awesome. And Ethiopia is trying to claim stuff off of us, so I think in order to counter some of Ethiopia's threat, I'm going to go and build spy network in them as well. Military reform. Yusuf I has begun a thorough revision of the country's military structure. While officers are still drawn from the nobility and peasants and townspeople are conscripted into the other ranks, regular drilling has been introduced and a powerful fleet established. No, it hasn't. So we can reform the army, which is military power, army professionalism, plus 20% morale of armies for the next 5 years. Actually, reforming the navy would be really strong, because I still need to tech up in terms of diplotech. Professionalism is the same either way, and then the diplo power will actually help me tech up. So yeah, we'll reform the navy. Having that extra morale would be nice, but it's only for 5 years. And those 5 years are going to be spent regaining manpower, frankly.